Listen,
Boom.
Sparky. Normally, I'm the button clicker. Okay, so you.
All right, so this is from the Western Standard. It's titled "Mark Carney apologizes to Trump for Reagan tariff ad."
Now it's just all about me.
You bitch, and you're frozen. Oh. Oh, a great way to start. A great way. Well, we'll go over some comments first before we get into this. So, what was it? Todd said. So, if there were 4 of us here, we could be a skit for the Nutcracker. We're all on the same ring now. Oh boy, man, are we ever? We ever? Oh man. All right, so let's just start with this. Yeah. So as I said, Mark Carney apologizes to Trump over Reagan tariff ad. Should I talk like a newsman, newser, gender non-conforming?
Ew, why are you using those words? Those words don't belong here.
U.S. President Donald Trump says Prime Minister Mark Carney apologizes for an Ontario government television advertisement that criticized U.S. tariffs and derailed Canada-U.S. trade talks earlier this month.
How's that?
I don't know if Wing is saying no to you or the comments. How about no?
Speaking to reporters.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One on Friday after attending Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation meetings in Malaysia. They have a lot of lady boys in Malaysia, as far as I remember, and South Korea. Trump said Carney expressed regret for the commercial during the meeting in Asia. Well, in fact, I could just play the clip right here once I find it. Where do you go?
You can do it.
Where you go? Now, does it actually play? Oh my God, it actually did. It's a Christmas Day miracle.
No, but I have a very good relationship. I like him a lot. But you know what they did was wrong. He was very nice. He apologized for what they did with the commercial. Because it was a false commercial. You know, it was the exact opposite. Ronald Reagan loved tariffs. And they tried to make it look...
All right, so at least we're on speaking terms. You know, they're back talking to each other. But yeah, so he says no, Canada will not be resuming trade talks, although Carney was noted as being on his knees saying, "Please, Daddy, you're the real daddy."
Mark Carney was noted as saying, "Please, Daddy, I want some more, Daddy."
Love it.
Yeah, so I guess Canada and the United States are in no longer speaking terms. Our budget is supposed to be getting delivered next week, which the Conservatives and it seems all other members of or parties in the as members of Parliament are going to be saying no. So that will obviously trigger a vote of non-confidence, which back to another election. This is like the third election in freaking 3 years. If this budget doesn't pass, mind you, there's a lot of pork in this bill. It's or in this budget anyways. It's really, really going to suck.
It's kind of funny though, because like if you think about it, this is potentially going to be the third election in the past 3 years. But yet Canadians don't seem to be actually making any changes. They just keep voting the same thing over and over again. And then people get upset that things aren't better. Well, maybe try and vote something different. Just saying, I know, weird thought.
Well, yeah. And I don't know, man. Like, I want to see some wins, like something from this guy, and just how the media and everything portrayed him. Like, we got to see how quick the media fell in line. Like, we noticed this as soon as Trudeau was no longer the guy. Once the call came out that okay, Trudeau stepping down, Pierre's gaining too much traction. All right, now send in the cleaner. And I noted this on X, and like you've seen it in real time when the right was commenting on Trudeau and his failures and his numbers plummeting and everything else. The Liberals, and this is what I attacked the Conservatives over, was stop attacking the person, attack, like, yes, you could tie him to it, but all they have to do is switch out the person, and this is how Liberals function. They don't think too much. You scratch a Liberal, and or at least their worldview, and it falls apart. They don't know the talking point. So attack the idea. This is what the Liberals, this is what Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party, but they just kept saying Justin Trudeau. Well, they dropped out Justin Trudeau. They dropped reduce the carbon tax. And then Mark Carney comes in and is like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And then that took all the wind out of the Conservative sails. So, it's he's been in office for 6 months.
Yeah.
Ugh. And it really looks like Canada is trying to decouple from the United States, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It is good to see, at least. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, I didn't want to be right. I wish I was wrong, but I seem to be more right than wrong on these topics, and I'm an idiot. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm an idiot. I don't know the inner workings of politics and all the nitty gritty deep down stuff. The big, big type of mechanisms that these things work. I'm just a dope. I'm a normie guy.
You're using a lot of words here. I'm an idiot. I'm a dope. I'm a normie. Stop being so hard on yourself. God.
No, but it's true.
I get it.
I'm not some like hardcore politico. I'm not all this type of stuff. I think we kind of fall in line with the kind of normie, middle of the road kind of position, left leaning. I think I would say like where we sit more or less are where most Canadians sit. Okay, so I guess with regards to this ad, apparently Mark Carney and Doug Ford, Doug Ford had showed it to Mark Carney, and Mark Carney had said that it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fan of it.
Frankly, I don't think you should do this. I can't do Trump's voice. But
that was Trump.
Well, it started with the frankly, and then I gave up. I know. I'm not great at impressions.
I couldn't. I thought I was actually talking to Donald Trump right now. Holy shit!
Thank God, I've been practicing. I've been really, really trying.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carney actually didn't like the ad, which has obviously caused a big rift, and now I guess Doug Ford's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways. And then it was on like Wednesday or not Wednesday, but I think it was on like Friday or Thursday or whatever. Just kind of, all right, well, we're gonna let this play. And then it was, yeah, we're gonna cancel that ad. That was a really bad idea. Kind of Doug Ford's position.
But after the weekend.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep letting it play for a little bit longer, okay? And then I'll cancel it.
He paid for the ad space. You do your Twitter ads or AdSense or whatever on Google.
Well, then maybe he should find ads that aren't false or misleading. An actual, maybe factual, before he starts putting stuff out or trying to start a pissing match with the United States. I'm just kidding.
But this is how these people tend to operate. They operate on this like half truths and like technically, like I was just looking up stuff for like the Gateway Pundit, and the first article you come across from old Commupedia is this is a satirical far right wing website. It's like they associate. I find this weird. The left, the hardcore left, associates a New York Democrat with far-right extremism. Like, that's what Trump was going to run for the Democrats, but they're like, no, we have other plans. See ya. And he's like, okay, kicking the Republican door. And
Honey, I'm home.